Gratitude, 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 peace, and shalom. How's everyone feeling in the multiverse? I'm your girl, Empress Sacred Orbs, and welcome, 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 welcome. So, earlier this week, I've been really feeling down and low in spirits, and I promised myself Wednesday that I was not going to allow myself to feel down and out. I was going to pick myself up somehow, some way, in the universe always, and I mean capital A, capital L, capital W, capital A, capital Y, capital S, works in my favor, right? And today I want to talk about focus. What you focus on grows. The crazy thing is, on TikTok, I posted a meme about focus, right? And they said you can focus on what was it? You can focus on hurt. You can focus on love. You can focus on fear. You can focus on money. But without gratitude, doing it all for nothing. Might not stay around long, And it's so crazy because, not crazy, but in the same breath, I go to look on this TikTok because I like to, try to show my followers some love by them liking my material. And I seen the same message again, focus. I said, okay, this definitely means something. And lately, it took me back to what I've been focusing on. I have been focusing on anything that is worth my energy and attention. My master teacher says, energy goes where your energy flows, right? And when we get emotional, that is our energy in motion, right? And when we put our focus on the negative and the low vibrations and things that we truly don't want, dun, 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 dun. It's when we really truly get those manifestations, whether we want it or not, we called it forth. And that's why they say we have to learn to put our focus in the things that we truly do want. I'm paying attention because I remember in 2019, my higher self was iterating to me that I'm manifesting quicker and quicker and quicker. I noticed that I was manifesting. Oh my gosh, whatever I put my emotions into, it's like that. But I didn't really truly understand it until last year. And something happened. And I was crying and bawling. And I look up, the same thing that I was crying about, it was right there. And I was like, I stopped crying in mid-sentence, and I'm like, hold up. This is what they mean by control your emotions. Now, I'm in a pinnacle number 2 and a challenge number 2. And that all deals with emotions. It's like, I have control until I don't have control. I'm emotional until I'm not emotional. I'm great at relationships until I'm not great at relationships. And I swear it's like this Gemini flip-floppy Jekyll and Hyde. Right? But it's all right. It's all right. And it's just a lesson for me. Because the universe is going to work in my favor. It's up to me to work against that universal favor. Right? Look at me, Wonder Woman, y'all. Da, 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 da. I dealt with depression early on in life. And looking back at that, it makes me tear up. Because nothing was as bad as it seemed. I just didn't know that there was a better way to deal with things, a better way of looking at things, a different way of viewing it. I had a whole perspective that I could have changed, but I knew nothing about it. Nothing about it. Today, I show gratitude because of where I am. I'm not going to say that my mom had to transition in order for me to get here, but I needed some help on the other side. And that might sound selfish and it might sound insensitive, but it's the way I understand it. My mom gave a huge sacrifice for us, her 9 children, and I'm so grateful for her. Let me see, about 3 years later, my dad transitioned, and that one hit me pretty hard because I didn't think he was ever gonna go. But I don't focus on them leaving this realm. I'm getting off a topic here, even though it's about focus. I'm just so grateful. And you know, even though I've been doing things that I'm just not too happy and too proud of, one thing is like my eating habits just went all over the place, and I just started blowing up, started gaining all of this weight, and I'm just like, where is it coming from? I can't fit none of my clothes. Like, and this is what I've been wanting for the past 10 years, is to gain weight. Now it happens when I stop focusing on it, right? That focus and that non-focus thing can be tricky, right? But I did focus on it for a while. Like, I remember in 2019, excuse me, all my allergies is, I remember in 2019, I had about 30, maybe 40 little, what are they called? Sticky notes. And I had put a manifestation on each sticky note. Man, there was a lot of them. And as I started seeing the manifestations, I would pull the sticky notes off and put the rest of them closer together. And I'd just be sitting there in amazement like, whoa, who am I? Right? And the universe would let me know in a subtle manner, you are who you are. You know, there's no explaining who you are. You are who you are. Your many, many, many vibrations and variations. And that was an honor to know, to get an understanding of. But many things are happening around us as a collective, as a community, you know, and things are changing, life is changing, and it's up to us to change with it. We can hold on to those things that no longer serve us, or we can let go and allow growth. You know, someone told me something a couple months ago, and I started focusing on it. And someone came to me and said, hey, did someone say something to you in such manner? And I lied and I said no. Or I omitted the truth, something like that. And they kept questioning it. Finally, it came out, I think it was like yesterday, the day before yesterday, the truth. that is. And I said, yeah, this person said this, that, and the other. And the person that asked me the question said, well, why are you focusing on that? Because you know what you focus on grows. And I said, oh, didn't think of it like that. Even though I knew that this is a part of me, that is a part of all of us. But I know that I'm a true manifester, a true creator, a true co-creator. And I have to be mindful of my thoughts, my actions, my words, especially my thoughts. Did I say my thoughts? My thoughts. Hey, I'm always in my head. And the thing about it is, my moon is in the first house. That is air, right? And the moon is the water. The moon is the water. Remember, the water, it holds memory. And you know what's so crazy? I always said that I don't remember nothing. I got a bad memory. And I listened to these institutions because when I was young, I had lead really, really bad. I was even hospitalized for a few months for it. And I guess I kind of mimicked them, saying that I didn't have a memory, or I didn't have a good memory, or I couldn't remember things and whatnot. And I had to really, really take a look at that. And that was one of the things that I was manifesting as well. Over the past year or two, I've noticed that my memory has been spot on with the things that I need to know. And I always like to think that I compartmentalize things in my mind, because when I needed certain things, when I really needed them, they would pop out. And I'd be like, I thought I had a bad memory. My higher self was like, why would you think something like that? You just didn't need the memories that you thought you needed. That's all. Or you compartmentalized it. You put it away, you tucked it away until you needed it. But that's the whole part of decluttering as well. When we put so much up there, and that's why it's good to meditate, to allow our spirit to siphon through those thoughts. Because most of us, the average person that I speak with, they talk about how their mind is always racing, how they always got these thoughts, and how they always in their head, and how they can't shut the noise up. The average person, and when I say average person, I mean damn near everybody. I'm gonna say a good 99% of the people that I run into, they say this. It's not many people that are stable that allow the non-thinking process. And when I brought it up to someone, it was like, well, I ain't supposed to think. Well, whatever. Think. Shoot. I mean, shoot. You the one that's always complaining about you thinking too much and in your head too much, But, yeah, what we focus on grows, y'all. And our minds are beautiful things. It can take us my master teacher said, we die at 18 and get buried at 75. I said, what? He said, slow motion. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. At first, I didn't get it, and it had to come back. I'm like, we lose our imagination at the age of 18. Once the world start telling us to do this and do that, and don't do this and don't do that, and then we got school indoctrinating us with things that we don't need. We go through our whole life without imagination. A lot of us have children for that reason, for us to see how it is to be a kid again. And we don't pay attention to that. I call my oldest daughter my mom, my mother, and I call my youngest daughter my grandmother. That youngest one, she's just wise as she want to be. And then the older one, she's just that nurturer. She just want to care for everyone. And it's a beautiful thing that I see this in them. It's not saying that they're my mother and grandmother. It's that these are the qualities that they possesses, you know? And when I'm not listening to them or taking heed to the things that they say, I have to check myself. Wait a minute, I don't have to carry around that same baggage that my dad did when he say, oh, you're a child, stay in a child's place, you're not supposed to speak. Well, Daddy, you know, me and my dad got in all kind of kerfluffles because I was the type that didn't back down to authority. I'm still that type. Now I'm learning how to back down in a better way. But yeah, that was my message today. What you focus on grows. So if we're having a thought that does not resonate with us, think of three more things that can disturb that thought, to cancel out that thought. Say we having a thought about dying, because I used to be so afraid of dying. Now, that day is not coming fast enough. But say think about dying. We can think about how we're gonna do a vacation. We can think about how we're gonna tickle our child until she kick the hell out of you. Or we can think about learning the next thing. Like, remember in The Matrix when Neo was like, I know Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? Like, focusing on stuff like that, it would be an honor. You know, it please your mind. Me, I love to eat. I love to cook, but I love to eat more. I'm very Venusian. Y'all just heard me say, oh, my birthday was Wednesday 2 days ago. So I love to eat new, different varieties of food, cultural foods. If it look good, 9 times out of 10, it tastes good. If it don't smell right, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take that focus and put it on something that is worthy of it. You know, they say the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And these are reasons why the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So with that being said, I love you. 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 Peace. Until next time, have a beautiful rest of your day.